Hello everyone, DSP here, and this is officially the final part of DSP versus the Internet, episode 90, and as a series. Again, I sincerely thank you for being along for this awesome 2-year ride. I very much enjoyed doing the show. Let's end it in epic fashion with some more clips. Let's see what you guys have for me.
Two friends are inside a room recording someone who appears to be yelling at something. They seem very unsettled and appear
This is a horror compilation. It's 11 minutes. I don't know if we'll watch the whole thing. Let's see.
to be staying as far away as possible from this person. However, it isn't until they decide to approach this person that they see what it is that they're yelling at. What they saw left them more disturbed than before. This is what they caught.
There's gonna be a jump scare. Hold on. Now fuck this. You're not gonna jump scare me. You think that's a... Oh, I think that's a ghost? They think that this shadow is a ghost or something. Okay, there's no jump scare.
¿Qué quieres? ¿Qué quieres acá? ¿Qué quieres?
They're talking to this dark
Dime qué
shadow in the
quieres.
corner. See it?
¿Qué se te perdió? ¿Nos quieres hacer daño? ¿Nos quieres hacer más daño?
Mira, mira de nuevo.
Lárgate.
Ooh, are you scared yet? Ooh.
Te ordeno que te vayas de mi casa.
Ay, Diosito lindo.
Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, santificado Señor tu voluntad. Danos hoy el pan de cada día. Y no nos dejes caer en tentación y líbranos de todo mal. Amén.
Ay, Diosito lindo.
¿Qué quieres? No te tengo miedo. No te tengo miedo.
Ah, you kicked it. I don't fear you. Take my foot, bitch.
Mira.
Kick it. Piss on it.
Ven, ven.
Mooney.
There appears to
Wow.
be a small, shadowy figure manifesting and disappearing at the same time. Now, it's not certain if this was actually something paranormal, as this could have been caused by the lighting in the room, thus making the shadow. But upon closer examination, lighting doesn't seem to explain it. I actually have no idea as to what this might be, but I'll leave it to you to decide as to whether or not this was something paranormal. As always,
Definitely.
what are your thoughts?
100%. It was the mini man. The mini shadow man.
Tony Noguera is recording his son when he captures something downright creepy. Nobody else is home except him and his son, or so he thinks. Although they have the place to themselves,
Uh-oh.
Tony can't help but feel like they're not the only ones there.
Uh-oh.
One time, when no one else was home, Tony had seen something from the corner of his eye. He'd seen what appeared to be a small child running quickly past his room. He didn't think much of this, as he thought he was just seeing things. But, on the night that he and his son were alone, Tony captured something pretty disturbing. He didn't notice at first until a friend of his had seen the video and spotted something that made his stomach drop. The video was then posted on Reddit for others to see, and they too were left feeling uneasy. One person had even commented, "Burn the house down." This is what he caught.
Dan. Dan, look at Liza. Go like this. Liza. Hey, like this. Liza, look at. Hey. Hey. Liza, go
Are
like
you
this.
scared yet?
What are you dancing to?
Replay. We all could replay. We're watching it on video. We could pause it. They think it's a face or something. See? Oh my god. It's already past Halloween. Yeah, but this clip was probably submitted. Well, that's true. I guess it's a late submission then. It's totally not like a, you know, a prank or something. Right? Totally not bullshit.
There appears to be someone or something observing Tony's son. At first, it seems like this might have been his son's reflection in the mirror, but after looking closely, the so-called reflection doesn't reflect his movement. And even more unsettling is the fact that you can hear what sounds like a giggling child in the background. Obviously, this didn't come from Tony's son.
Oh my god.
Now, it could be that this was actually someone who was over at Tony's place, perhaps a relative or a friend of the child. But based on the way that his son reacted upon seeing the supposed child, it seemed like he didn't know who it was. It was as though he was observing a stranger.
No, he's not observing it at all.
So,
he's
what
not.
could this have been? Tony can't come up with an answer, but it seems more than likely that this was the small child Tony had seen before. But what do you think this might have been?
It's
an actual child or something else?
What are you talking about? We don't know because his camera sucked ass, so we don't know what it
Onana
was.
is home alone with her dog Jessie, when out of nowhere, Jessie starts acting strange. Onana writes, "There's been some weird stuff going on in the house."
Oh no.
This is what she caught.
What's wrong, baby?
Dog's upset.
Come here. Hey, come here.
The dog growling.
Shh. Come here, baby.
What? The dog is just growling. That's all it is.
What the? Hey, come here.
Thinks there's something in the kitchen.
What the?
What? There's nothing in the kitchen. What are we watching? For the record,
What is it?
all right? For the record, before we continue, Jasper sometimes alerts to stuff too. All right? But when he alerts to stuff, it's not always something significant. It could be a faint sound he heard next door or outside. It could be a scent that he picks up or something randomly out of nowhere. But it's not necessarily something supernatural. All right? The dog is just reacting to something in the kitchen. Who knows what? This doesn't mean that there's something going on over there.
Jessie. Jessie, come here.
The bizarre thing is there's a zillion bottles of soda lined up on the counter. Why are there so many bottles of soda over there?
Jessie appears to be seeing something. Whether or not she was actually sensing a certain presence, specifically that of a ghost, is up for debate. But if there's one thing that remains unquestionable, it's the fact that Jessie had sensed something dangerous. The question is though, what exactly was she seeing? Viewers seem to think that Jessie was sensing something of a paranormal nature, as is usually the case with most pets. But of course, I'll let you decide if that's the case with Jessie.
No.
To this day, Onana
It literally could have been. See, they have a million bottles of soda up on the counter right there. One of the bottles got rattled and is letting out a little bit of gas. And so in a very faint sound, you know, when you just start to unscrew a cap to a bottle that's carbonated, you hear that little light hiss. One of the bottles could be giving off a light hiss. And the dog's reacting to that. Literally nothing happened. We watched that, nothing happened at all.
cannot make sense of Jessie's strange behavior, but viewers seem to know the reason. If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, You can send them over the following video with very little information. However, what happens in it is still nonetheless pretty creepy.
Bunny.
The video starts off with someone who's recording a rabbit in the middle of the night. All appears to be normal until the following happens.
Yo, a pair of pants is running with no one in them. Did you see that? Yo, there's a pair of pants. Someone's like, yo, my owner's ass stank so fucking bad, the pants ran away. That's impressive. That dude's ass is so right and so rank. The pants escaped the house.
There appears to be a pair of pants just running on its own. Maybe this might have been a glitch with the camera. Yet others seem to think this was an apparition.
That's funny.
Whatever it might have been, I can't imagine how creepy it is to see something like this in person. At least it wouldn't be hard to find an extra pair of pants to replace yours with after seeing this.
That's pretty funny. I'm sorry, that wasn't scary at all. That was hilarious.
Vanessa Boleyn is looking at her doorbell security camera when she notices something that scared the living hell out of her. Vanessa writes, "I grew up in a haunted home with paranormal investigators and priests constantly coming to my house, so I don't get that scared easily. But last night, I saw this through my Ring camera at 11:30 p.m. and it was the only time that I truly felt scared."
Oh, great. Get ready.
This is what she'd seen.
Get ready.
Be sure to look closely or you'll miss it.
Yeah, it's an eyeball right there. A face and an eyeball peeping over the plant. See it? The thing is, the quality's terrible. It could be anything. It could be a mask. It could, you know what I mean? And why are we only getting this? Why is it not showing it move? Why is it not showing it disappear? It's stationary, right?
A faint image of what appears to be a face can be seen hiding behind the flowers.
Boogie.
It's hard to make out what exactly this is, but it seems like someone or something is looking at the doorbell camera, as though it knew that Vanessa was looking at the camera during this time.
For the record, this is completely fake because doorbell cameras face towards your staircase or the way to your door. The doorbell camera doesn't face a crooked angle at an awning in front. It's complete bullshit. So this is completely fake. This is not footage from a doorbell camera in any way. It's completely fake. So, all right, on to the next. Yeah.
Every time he sees his soul, he runs towards it. They just can't be apart. Percy is obsessed with that specific gray and like slightly pinkish sock. And I don't know why.
Yeah.
He won't go for any other socks.
He likes one sock.
He always goes for the gray one.
The specific sock he
It
likes.
has gotten out of control a few times. He gets so passionate over the sock.
Oh, you going after me?
It's like a little toy for him because he drags it around my room so that he can find the perfect spot to cuddle with it.
Is this what is this called? A horned lizard? No, a bearded dragon. This is called bearded dragon.
I do not wear that sock. It all started when he would begin bobbing at my feet. It's a sign of like dominance. First, he would run full speed and he would stop right before my feet. And then one day I was like, okay, is it my foot or is it my sock? And so I put my sock on the ground and he jumped on it. And so it's become a regular thing now. It's like the sock. I sense love. He loves to spend a lot of time with it. And I think it's hilarious.
That's cute. You lizard, the bearded
So when it
lizard.
comes
Bearded
to
dragon.
laundry day,
Bearded
Percy
dragon.
does not like that. He watches me put it in the laundry.
Oh, he's very
I have
upset.
to keep it clean for him because he does roll around with it. So if I put the sock in the laundry, he gets all confused, and then he begins looking for his sock. He ends up running after me as if he's mad at me for putting it in the laundry. And And then when it's all done and clean, and his reaction is priceless. I like to think that he's like, oh, this is my baby. I'm so happy.
Oh, he's cutely snuggling it. All right, on to the next clip. That was a cute one.
Back in the day, this was millionaires. Now it's billionaires. I just want.
All right, so for the record, 51 minutes. This would be a good video for me to watch for my new long-form react show that I'll be starting likely in December. There's absolutely no possible way I can watch this video. I'll watch like a minute of it, and then we'll go on to the next. That's insane. I can't watch 51 minutes.
Want to get a pulse on the city? How's security these days? So I have a deep history with San Francisco. What's going on, sir? All these for lease. Wow.
Democracy is good.
Such a San Francisco shot.
You had like the best of all the cultures in one spot, bro. It was amazing.
Totally different world down here.
Don't do no DUI.
Oh, I'm not. Everybody thinks of San Francisco as a bunch of sissies, but back in the day, we were all the kids of World War II veterans and blue-collar workers.
Fentanyl is no joke.
Oh my God, look at that.
This is a place where really no tourists are coming.
There's like wave after wave of people coming from the outside with an idealistic vision.
Hold the breath if you don't want to smell meth.
They see it as a blessing for many, many people.
Good morning.
All right, that was a good intro, but that's as far as I'm going to get in a 51-minute video, right? Jump like 5 minutes in. I'll jump 5 minutes in. Look at all those dogs.
You got your hands full?
Damn, he's a
Can I ask
dog,
you one
professional
question?
dog walker. He has like 10 dogs.
How is the city right now versus 2 years ago, would you say?
It's coming back. It's coming back. It's the world that we're in, you know. That's what I believe, you know. If you sue the cops, who wants to be a cop? If you treat the cops more like criminals, then who wants that job? The city has 500 less police officers, but it's just like dog walk. If you make it harder to do it, who wants to do it? I mean, it's all good. All good. The city is different. These have all been clients for 30 years. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. But, you know, it turns over and all different.
I've never seen this many dogs that well behaved
Yeah, because
around each other.
they're regulated. You only have 8 dogs in the park. So then if you have this many on the sidewalk, where are you going to take them? Anyway, have a good day.
Take care. You too.
That's freaking
Yeah,
awesome.
he was saying back in the day, this was millionaires, now it's billionaires. And it's hard to keep employees now just because of the costs. Like, you have to pay so much to be able to keep them in the city that he can't make any money with employees, so he's just doing it himself now. This is great, guys. There is a lot more life down here. A couple years ago, it was not looking at all like this. As far as people walking out and about, people going to work.
Yeah, didn't we watch a video of this like early on in the show? Like early 2023, didn't we watch a video about San Francisco? And this was like a ghost town. It was all people on drugs and stuff. So now it looks like it's actually coming back. Cool. All right, we got time for like 1 or 2 more clips. Let's go.
Okay, and let's talk about Backlash. People said we were ducking Backlash. Backlash was a snooze fest.
No, Doug, if Vince McMahon was such a genius, why would he have a 3-month storyline leading up to what would finally be his long-lost son, Hornswoggle, who is a midget leprechaun that's getting pushed over 80% of their roster? Gotta suck to be a WWE fan these days.
Actually, I think that Randy Orton needs a new nickname. It's not Legend Killer, it's Randy Headlock Orton.
Yeah.
The guy uses headlocks constantly.
I'm going to beat you within an inch of your life and put you in a headlock.
Yep. Put you
in
in
an arm bar.
In an arm bar. And then I'm going to, you know, take you down the mat and I'm going to hold you there for a while.
Yep.
And then they're going to have another last man standing match.
Oh, 1, 2. Oh, wait, we're getting some momentum? Okay, here we go. 1, 2. Same thing as...
To admit that Judgment Day was better than Sacrifice.
So I guess these guys were really old school YouTube wrestling commentators. I didn't start my commentary show on wrestling until I want to say it was late 2010 or early 2011, and it ran for like 3-4 years. These guys were doing it even before then. I got to give them some credit because wrestling wasn't very good around then. It wasn't very good around them at all. It was pretty shitty. So, wow, this has been re-uploaded from 11 days ago. Okay. All right, we got time for one or two more. A Ryu exhibition. Evo 2K9. What the heck? Well, that was weird. This is, I think, either original Street Fighter 3 or Second Impact. That's not Third Strike. Ah, yes, the wrong direction. Oh, nice. Probably Black Heart only because of the height. Alpha 3. This is gonna be, yeah, that's T-Hawk only because of his height. CBS 1. Game no one plays, CBS 1. Nice transition to Anniversary Edition. 2 fireballs, yep. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Against serve bot only. Yeah, look. Serve bot only combo. Alpha 3 again. Hits him from behind. Original World Warrior. Original Street Fighter 2. Original Street Fighter 1. Street Fighter Alpha 1. I know every game here. I played every single one. Oh no, I take it back. Street Fighter Alpha 2. My bad. That's Street Fighter Alpha 2. This is custom combos. This is Hyper Fighting. Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting. Marvel vs. Capcom 1. This is Street Fighter Alpha 1 here. Yes, all those combos. TBS 2, the game everyone wants Capcom to remake. Super Turbo, my favorite fighting game of all time right here. And this is the remake, HD remix. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Pretty fun, but we're not going to watch the whole thing. We got time for one more clip. What will be the final clip in the history of DSP versus the internet? Here it comes. Lady Death, who Thanos always had a crush on. For those who don't know, in actual canon Marvel Comics lore, Thanos had a crush on Lady Death, and the reason he did is because that's the one thing he couldn't ever have. He had the Infinity Gauntlet. He had infinite power, but death he couldn't control. He could reverse the effects of death, but he couldn't, like, death was an entity, and it was an uncontrollable entity, so what you always want, what you can't have. So he wanted death to be romantic with him, and it would never work because death was this force. See, there's the Infinity Gauntlet.
Ah, hell, not again.
Professor X is going to try to teach Thanos how to court death. Still has his collar. His face. Deadpool. I guess it was canon later that she actually likes Deadpool for some reason. Wow. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a wild ride, let me tell you. Started in February of 2023 and lasted all the way till mid-November 2024. 90 episodes, 90 weeks that we have convened here on DSP Reacts and in the last few weeks over on Kick. And I have very much enjoyed the variety of stuff that you guys have shown me for the most part. Let's be very honest here. There's some stinkers in there, all right? But for the most part, here's what I've really liked about the show. Okay, there's a few things that I've really enjoyed. The first thing that I liked about DSP versus the internet is that you had an opportunity to show me things that you know, and maybe you like or dislike, but you got to see my honest reactions to them for the first time. You guys are many. I am one. And for me to be able to react to things that you've known about, enjoyed, hated, or somewhere in between has been very, very awesome, right? I like that level of interactivity. The fact that this is likely the most interactive show I've ever done and probably will ever do, although I am going to do more interactive content moving forward. This has been a wild ride of cool stuff. I like the fact that I never know what I'm going to see in a given week, but at the same time, I think that we have learned a lot in the 2 years that I've done the show, that sometimes repeat topics can be boring, that YouTube's limitations, blocking content ID is just a nightmare, and the fact that it's quality over quantity, right? Doing this once a week, sadly, the clips aren't always as good as maybe if I spaced it out more. And also the issues with YouTube can affect the show. Like when people started giving the fake memberships out and I had to redesign the show at the last minute. There's been a lot of things along the way, road bumps, all right? And I just want to say thank you to anyone who genuinely watched, supported as a member or otherwise. Maybe you were a member and you submitted clips. Maybe you just watched the show, but then you supported the streams, right? Or maybe you just watched and just enjoyed and you were along for the ride like I was, right? Thank you for that. It's been a good one. It's been something unique and interesting and something that will stand out in my history that I've really enjoyed doing. And as they say, all good things must come to an end. You feel a little sad, right? You're like, oh man, you know, this is something that Phil's been doing for almost 2 years. And it was actually some really cool stuff that he saw. At the same time, I think we all agree it's run its course. Why keep doing a show that only 200 people are showing up for, that we're barely getting enough video submissions to even complete? People want more content that's different. They don't want more of the same at this point. So here's the deal. My reacting to clips like this may not actually end here, because I'm going to now be doing a long form react show. We don't know even the name of the new show yet. Okay, we don't. We haven't even come to a consensus of what it should be called or how often I should do it. But let's say, for example, someone submits a video essay that's an hour long and I have a 3-hour stream to do it and I get through it in like 2.5 hours. Hey, let's do some random submissions. Let's do some random clips. And then I could go back to this format to kill some time. Someone even suggested maybe do like 15-20 minutes of just random clips to warm up before you get to the feature presentation, right? Like, I think I'd be okay with that. So it's not the end at all. It's just a different format coming. And I want to say thank you again for everyone who was a part of this cool, unique experience of mine. It really was. Like, I never did anything like that before, and I really enjoyed it. But now we've learned our lessons, and we can move on to better stuff. I feel like long-form reacting, like I said, to a video essay, to a documentary, you know, videos that are substantial, 20, 30 minutes minimum, hour, 2 hours long, ideal. That's going to be way more meaningful. And also, here's the big benefit. I'm going to be able to announce what I'm doing ahead of time. You can show up for the topics you like, right? Maybe some of you really liked some of the stuff we saw today, and some of you absolutely hated it, right? Well, now you can show up for the stuff that you want, and you can support it. Instead of just saying, oh, is it random or something like that? You'll never know what you're going to see, and I think that's what happened is people didn't like the fact that they didn't know what they were going to see and didn't know if their videos were going to be watched, right? Now you're going to know what's going to be watched with long-form content, right? And also, another journey I'm about to start. I'm about to start a political show. That'd probably be once a week, me reacting to political content and political themes. You don't know how that's going to go, right? But I will say thank you again to everyone here who watched, all right? If you're on stream, stick around. I have one post-video thing to say about the future here. But for those who are watching on demand, thanks for the wild ride. This is it for DSP versus the Internet for episode 90. Thank you for 90 awesome weeks of fun here on DSP Reacts. Trust me, there's many, many more years of fun to come, just in different formats. Everyone, peace out and thank you. Be safe, and see you soon.